Mayam Gumbagar, Larika, Gumbagar Niger, Gumbagar Wajar, Barawa Wajar, Ngayam.
In 2011, representatives from 19 natural resource management organisations joined forces to establish the Jaliigirr Biodiversity Alliance. This alliance was created to support the voluntary contributions of organisations and the community to help improve and protect the diverse landscapes that occur between the Dorrigo Plateau and the coastal plains of the mid-north coast of New South Wales. This stunning region is home to many people, and the Jaliigirr Biodiversity Alliance is all about connecting communities, cultures and the environment. The Alliance covers a catchment area of 337,000 hectares, with an altitudinal range of 1,560 metres, and provides an important regional link in the continental scale Great Eastern Ranges initiative. This biodiverse region contains important climate refugia that buffers species from climatic extremes, remnant Gondwanan rainforests, and the highest diversity of eucalypts on the east coast of Australia. I'd like to introduce you to some of the wonderful people working within the Alliance and give some examples of how anyone can become involved.
My name's Uncle Larry Kelly. I was born in Bellingen in 1938 and part of the Gumbagar Nation. My grandfather, my mother's father, Ngadi Jack, he took me walkabout and told me the stories and where the places. He showed me the different sacred sites and the stories that was connected to the land, and that's why this area is so important to me, because of the stories that's connected to this area. Biodiversity Alliance is, they gave it the name of Jaliigirr, and Jaliigirr joins up the different connections of land for the animal trails. And we need to keep those links available for the animals and birds. You know, for mankind in general, no matter where you are, if we don't look after Mother Earth, there won't be anything left for us, and we'll become extinct.
From the coast to the mountain ranges, there are many people working with the Alliance to help rebuild important connections across the landscape.
Dorrigo National Park is a World Heritage National Park. The World Heritage listing is Gondwana Rainforests of Australia. There's about 60 or so national parks, nature reserves, between roughly the Hunter Valley and north into southeast Queensland that make up Gondwana Rainforests of Australia. And that's a world level recognition of the importance of the rainforest in this part of the world. And Dorrigo National Park would be one of the key parks out of that group of parks.
Karamba Nature Reserve is a really good example of a remnant that we're trying to protect. As an example, it's native vegetation and it's an endangered ecological community. So with that comes a lot of management obligations to manage it for future generations. And as part of the Jaliigirr Project, certainly managing remnants and that connectivity to the landscape and to adjoining landholders is really, really important. In the last 13 years, we've worked really hard with adjoining landholders that we've actually now got a buffer between the adjoining land uses and the reserve to try and improve the condition of the reserve overall. You can hear the birds calling. When I first came here in 2000 and I walked through the reserve, there wasn't a bird to be heard. So the recovery of the community has been incredible, and it's been working with local people, contractors, bush regenerators that have done an incredible amount of work to bring this reserve back from the brink.
In the long term, the maintenance of these ecologically significant remnants will depend upon maintaining the ecosystem processes that support and connect them. There are many ways people can help achieve this, and the benefits are immense.
We moved onto this property in 1986 and we raised all 3 kids here, and very nice place to bring little ones up. I've come to understand the land in a different way over those nearly 3 decades, just watching the way things can heal. Also watching for the first while the weeds taking over. We had a lot of problems with privet here in the early days. It took me quite a long time to even realise what they were because there was so much of it down there. And we've managed over the last 10 years slowly to start to get on top of that. This project means that we're now going to be able to finish what we started in my lifetime. So I'm really excited about it. The opportunity to have that kind of input onto my property at this time, after we've already done all the groundwork, it's just, yeah, it's really great. It's incredibly resilient once you start to reduce the weed load. So there's quite a significant amount of natural regeneration, but there are places it would take many more decades to recover without the revegetation efforts that are about to take place. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next 10 or 20 years watching these trees grow, and hopefully, you know, my kids and grandkids will get to see the benefits of that as well.
The project intends to provide corridors for koala and other wildlife movements across the valley. We've got state forests on either side and private property in between, with agricultural land mostly for grazing. And the tree planting will assist koalas to move and hopefully also supply some additional food source for them, seeing our forests are being cut down all around us. I think it's a small gesture, but it could make a big difference 20 or 30 years down the track. I think I would really stress the social capital side of these activities. We live in a time and in a world where we move around in cars most of the time. We don't tend to walk past each other's front yards anymore, where we have an opportunity to meet each other. And this sort of activity is ideal for getting together. And people enjoy that more than anything. When I have a 3-hour working bee, I'm sure that more than half of the time is chatting and information exchange, and only the other half is the work.
Encouraging and assisting people to become involved and work together is the foundation of the Jaliigirr Biodiversity Alliance. The ripple effect of these partnerships can be enjoyed by everyone.
When we first started work up here, I didn't really understand what an endangered ecological community was. But once we got to learn about these special grasslands and all the connectedness of the little headland mini plants, all the other plants that are highly specialised to grow in these grassland areas, we can look after it because we know about it. And there's not many of these Themata grasslands left along the East Australian coastline. The rainforest, the littoral rainforest, another one of those endangered ecological communities. The animal life here has always been amazing. I think it's because it is still so clean and pure. But having that connection with the coast and this beautiful estuary behind me, it all works together. It's a whole biodiversity functioning pretty much at as good as a condition it can be in under the circumstances. Having such a dedicated team of land carers and volunteers, they understand that process of we get rid of the weeds, then the natural regrowth will be stronger and it'll help preserve what we have got here. And you know, nature's good at looking after itself, it's fighting back. It makes me feel happy.
The rich biodiversity of this region has been managed for millennia by the Jaliigirr people, and the Alliance acknowledges the importance of this connection.
We're the Coffs Harbour Green Team, which is an Aboriginal-based team, and our role is to do bush regeneration on significant cultural areas and land. I think it's very important for Indigenous people to work on country. You know, it gives them back the balance which has been lost to a degree.
Well, I've been involved with the Repair the Country team for about 3 years now. Yeah, I've really liked it. It's something that I've always wanted to be part of since I was a kid, being out in the bush, and you know, I want to be able to get the knowledge to be able to pass on to my next generation when they grow up. You know, controlling weeds and planting, regenerating. Next 20 years or so, there should be a nice little forest here. Yeah, and be able to bring the native birds and, you know, your wallabies and kangaroos back around here, so community can be able to see it and be able to come up here and have picnics and love the area.
There are also ways farming communities can help support biodiversity conservation.
The location of this property really appealed to us. We've got the Dorrigo National Park World Heritage listed as our neighbour behind us. We've got magnificent waterfalls, streams, river, and it is in a microclimate. We get 120 inches of rain a year. We developed a 4-year plan, and it involves soil health, management of the cattle. It's 400 hectares, so 1,040 acres basically. Most of the gates were open for those paddocks, so we're in now, been here 4.5 years. We've got 62 paddocks. We've got a twin water supply system where we gravity feed from the back of the property. To fence it out, we've fenced both sides of this creek out. From a management point of view, you just have to do it. Stops the stock getting in there, they pollute it, we drink the water. So we keep them out of the water as much as we possibly can. The other thing that's really important to me is the quality of water that the cattle drink. This water is just pristine. But a lot of things we do don't cost very much money. I think we're just custodians of the place, really. We're trying to keep it in good health, look after it, make it more productive. I mean, green grass, fat black cattle, healthy. What more can you want, you know? It's just a dream come true.
The Jaliigirr Biodiversity Alliance is all about working productively together, in harmony with nature, to create a positive future that connects communities, cultures and the natural environment. This way everyone wins. So if you'd like to get involved or you would like to know more, please visit the website